Distinguished representatives, greeting from Beirut. I'm pleased to share with you the key outcomes from COP27 relating to climate change priorities for Arab and African states. One of the major achievements realized was a new funding arrangement on loss and damage caused by climate change. The Santiago network was also strengthened to catalyze technical assistance for climate-vulnerable countries, assessing climate loss and damage. There are still difficult negotiations ahead, as a dedicated fund needs to be set up and financial contributions mobilized. International climate finance flows for adaptation are already well below the needs of developing countries, and the funds allocated for loss and damage must be additional to those. The COP27 Sharm el-Sheikh implementation plan emphasizes the need to overcome existing gaps in the global climate observing systems. 1/3 of the world, including 60% of Africa, does not have access to early warning systems and reliable climate information. Adaptation focus on water was laid out in the plan, which is of particular relevance to water-stressed Arab and African countries. This was supported by the launch of the Egyptian COP27 presidency Action on Water Adaptation and Resilience, AWARE initiative, with a national focus on Africa. ASQA is partnering with Egypt to extend the initiative to cover all Arab states. On mitigation, parties reiterated their commitment to limit the global average temperature to 2 degrees centigrade by the end of the century, and to limit the increase to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius. The plan highlights the risk of tipping points, the irreversible consequences of climate change that would generate ripple effects across socioeconomic systems and the biosphere. If this climate goal is not reached, in the Arab region, temperatures are projected to rise by 4.8 degrees Celsius by end century. Current increases in land and sea temperatures are already affecting flora and fauna, and the situation will worsen if emissions are not reduced. COP27 stressed the importance of a clean energy mix as part of diversifying energy systems. Better mainstreaming of climate considerations in development planning and increased investment in clean projects can support just energy transitions. Finally, the need to transform financial systems was emphasized. An estimated $4 trillion per year needs to be invested until 2030 to reach net zero emissions by 2050. The implementation plan calls for significantly scaling up the provision of climate finance, technology transfer, and capacity building. The regional climate finance forums convened by ASQA, ECA, and other regional commissions in partnership with the Egyptian COP27 presidency and the high-level climate champions were referenced in the plan as a means to mobilize climate finance. The key outcomes from COP27 must be aligned with our collective objectives under the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and our global commitments under the other 2 Rio Conventions. An integrated, inclusive, just, and ambitious approach is needed to protect people and planet under the changing climate and to ensure prosperity and a dignified life for all. Thank you.